This is Miss Harris here to talk to you about subtracting mixed numbers with renaming. Similar to whole numbers, only used when the second amount is bigger than the first amount. So with whole numbers, 27 minus 18. I know 8 is too big to take away from 7. So we would come over here to the tens place, take away 1, leave 1, and tag on this 1 to create 17. We can do that because all of those numbers we're working with there are whole numbers. When you come over to the fractions, my second numerator, is too big to take away from my first numerator. Therefore, we need to do something similar to regrouping. When it comes to fractions, it's called renaming. We can't just tag on a 1 to this numerator because this is a whole number, this is a fraction. You only combine whole numbers and whole numbers, fractions with fractions. So let's talk about how to do so. Our problem is 2 3/5 minus 1 4/5. The first thing that I notice, my denominators are the same. Remember, you cannot do anything unless your bottom numbers are the same. So they are, so I'm good to go. Next thing, I see that I'm subtracting, so therefore I have 3 minus 4. 4 is too big to take away from 3. So step 1, I'm going to regroup from the whole number by subtracting 1. So I take 1 from 2 equals 1. I'm left with 1 as a whole number for my first mixed number. Step 2, turn borrowed whole number into a whole fraction using the denominators in the problem. A whole fraction, remember that it's just a fraction that has the same top and the same bottom number. Okay, so this 1 that I borrowed, 2 minus 1 left me with 1. So the 1 that I borrowed, I need to turn it into a whole fraction. I simply look to see what my denominators are in the problem, and that becomes my whole fraction. That's why you have to make sure that your denominators are the same before you start anything. So if my problem was 3/9 minus 4/9, my whole fraction would simply be 9/9. Just take your bottom numbers and make that fraction. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, add the whole fraction you created to the first fraction in the problem. Okay, so my problem, after I took away 1, I had 1 3/5 minus 1 4/5. Okay, so my whole fraction was 5/5, and I added to my first fraction. Okay, I would not add it to this second fraction. My numerator here is already too big for the 3. So if I added 5 to my 4, I'm just getting a bigger numerator, and it doesn't help the situation. So think about what you're doing and just add it to the first fraction because you need a bigger numerator to take away 4. So 5 plus 3, 8. Keep your denominator, 8/5. That's step 3. Step 4, bring down the rest of your problem. Okay, you said that your new fraction was 8/5. So that 3/5 that was here no longer needed. Your new fraction for your first mixed number is 8/5. Okay, bring down the rest of your problem. My one whole number, subtracting, and my second mixed number. And now I'm ready to subtract. 1 minus 1 is simply 0, so I don't have to put the 0, just leave it blank. 8 minus 4 is 4, and keep my denominator. That's step 4. Step 5, don't forget to simplify. Okay? One thing that we already see, we don't need to simplify because 4 is 1 less than 5. When your numerator is one number apart from your denominator, it's already simplified. If you don't recognize that, simply come to the side and write your list of factors. Always start with 1. There is a video for simplifying fractions in case you forgot. Go back and watch the simplifying fractions video. 1 and 4, 2 and 2. 3 comes next. I cannot use 3. Next number, 4. I already have it, so those are all of my factors. 5, only factors, 1 and 5. And I circle my matches or my common factors and 1. So therefore, my 4 over 5 is already simplified. Here are some practice problems for you that you can do. Use your notes to help you. This last problem, I'll write it here for you. 4 and 2/3 minus 3 and 1/3. Okay, so practice those on your own. Make sure you use your notes and even rewind the video to work them while watching the steps. Thanks for watching.